Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big, happy, exciting family that we are. I'd like to mention that I do have a private Facebook group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. Also, if the video is too fast for you, you could always go into the description box below the video. There's a 2-minute link. It shows you how to slow down the video, and also to pause the video, have your closed caption turned on, take notes, and take it from there. I do not write patterns. For that reason, I put closed caption on. You guys can pause, take notes, and it helps you to slow down the video and go with it. Remember, everything is possible to create. Some people might say, I can't do that. That's just too experience or too. You know what? It's by there that you can gain the experience. And sometimes you'd be surprised at yourself, actually. Another thing I want to mention, I also have a Facebook page. You can follow Instagram and TikTok. Sometimes you guys create certain patterns and you're stuck, not just out of my own, but other people's. And I have a few of you that message me on Instagram or on my page, or in my group, of course. So you're more than welcome to do that if you're stuck. I am here to help you, so no issues. You can follow me on all of those social medias, and please do share the videos. Sharing is caring. The more we can invite friends and family, the bigger we can grow. It helps us creators to keep going. It's a way of gratitude towards us, and we highly, highly gratefully, appreciate all the help that we can get. These are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They only sell them here in Europe. They're similar to Aunt Lydia, number 3 cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so my pieces become a little bit smaller. Remembering that when your tension is too tight on any project that you do, use a hook or two bigger than your normal size. If it's too loose, then cut down on the hook a size smaller or two. In order to tighten up your tension. I get questioned a lot about these balls of thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 grams. They go for $12. The minimum of order, which I'm shipping them out, are 6 balls because of the shipping costs. It's horrendous. It's crazy. What can I say? I don't own the post office and the shipping company, right? Can't beat them up, as they say. So if you're interested, let me know. In the description box, there's all the informations. Like I said, there's all my social medias. There's also my email and patterns that I do create. And you're interested to buy them, you could also email and get a hold of me. I do sell them. Okay, so for the most part, I use 2.75 hooks, sometimes 3.5. Pair of scissors cut the loose ends, and of course a small one to tuck in loose ends. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. I know that quite a bit of you like to watch my videos, but you got very lazy fingers or thumbs to give it those thumbs up. Help out the creators, not just myself, but many others that do need the help. Okay, it costs you nothing. It's for free. Thank you, everyone. Oh, and of course, thank you to all the women that came through for helping the other women in need of thread by donating. I also have the PayPal account below. You can donate for some of you that are considering or haven't yet. And below the video, there's a little bag of thanks. That's donations to be also received. But that belongs to YouTube. Automatically, they take 30% off of whatever you're giving. So for that reason, I have the PayPal account below because they don't take nothing. And it's more for the women. I also want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the ones that have been tipping me for my work, for my services and my time here, dedicating myself almost day in, day out for you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Okay, everyone. So yesterday I had launched a video to these beautiful centerpieces, the yellow orangey and the purple and yellow flowers. As I mentioned on this tutorial that I did, This is inspired by Lucivaina Art Crochet, which I absolutely love her work, and she inspires me a lot. So this was her creation. She had created only up until the round point here, and then after this round, she added on the flowers, and her edging is different. So it's a small placemat she had created. I extended mine and turned it into my own creation, of course, but it is her creation from the beginning. Thank you so much, Lucivaina. You're just amazing. And she also created the oval centerpiece runner, if you want to call it. What's the good thing about it is with the oval, you can go, even with this one, you can go the length you would like. So for a lot of you that are, especially in South America, creating my pieces and selling, you're making your living, feeding your family off these beautiful pieces. So I decided to go ahead and do the oval one, and you can create the sets and sell them either individual or with a set. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do today. I will link her YouTube channel below in the description box, like I have with some other pieces that I have created, inspired by her. And even on this one, I had linked her YouTube channel, so you guys could always go and have a look. She's Brazilian, and she's absolutely amazing. And you can have a look at her channel. You're more than welcome to subscribe to her channel, help her out. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes. We help each other out. And so we're going to create the oval one. Okay, so let's get started. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. It costs you nothing to hit that like button. It helps the video a lot. It makes YouTube circulate our videos more often so other people can recognize who we are. And please subscribe. It's absolutely free. You pay nothing for that, and not just for myself, but for any other creator that you like. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. So I'll be using a 2.75 hook. And these are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. The only difference is Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton is a little bit thicker than mine, so your patterns become automatically bigger. If you don't have these type of threads and you have only, let's say, number 10 Aunt Lydia, you can triple or quadruple your thread, or whatever way, I guess, whatever threads you're using. If they're too thin, you can work the magic that way. Sometimes it's a little bit more harder to get your hook through it, but you know, it is what it is. Not every country has access to thicker threads. You could also check online. I know a lot of my queens from my crochet group order them Aunt Lydia number 3 online, so you can always check that out. There was some, oh yes, if your tension is too tight, you can use a hook or two bigger size, so you could loosen up the tension. If it's too loose, then go smaller size or 2 hook, smaller than usual, so you can have a nice pattern instead of being either too crumpled up or too loose. It doesn't look pretty. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot. Now with this pattern, the length you want, it's up to you. It's multiples of 12 chain right from the beginning. Slip stitch knot does not count. So if you want to go bigger, you keep adding by 12 chains. I'm going to create I believe 48. But anyway, you could always look ahead of the video, and you should always look ahead of the video before you create any pieces. Sometimes mistakes can be done. We're human, not robots. For some of you that leave sometimes certain comments that it's unnecessary. And we can fix it without taking it down, okay? So I've done 48 chain stitch. If you want to go bigger, you add 12 more chain stitch, and from there on. Because this is going to be just a tutorial sample, I'm not going to go bigger than this. I think it's big enough. And now 48 chain stitch. I'm going to add 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is to form my first double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you're going to come back on your 5th one, not counting from the one on the hook. Okay, we don't count the one on the hook. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet per chain stitch. Okay, so make sure you grab both loops on here, because if you grab only the top loop, and I mean this loop here, it will turn like a U shape. It will bend. It's not going to look pretty. But if you go right into the center, so basically almost grabbing only that bottom loop, going right there in the middle, you're going to end up with the perfect straight line. At the end, we should have 50 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 50 double crochets. I'm going to use a marker, and I'm going to mark the one before last. If you don't have these markers, you can use a different colored thread just to make sure. So even here, the one before the last one, we're going to put 2 markers on. So in reality, from where we have the marker to the next one, there's 48 double crochets. Okay, I'm going to come in on this last one again, and I'm going to create 5 more double crochets inside of this last one. That means I'll have my edge, my round corner, 6 double crochets altogether. That's including with the one I did not mark, I left behind. Okay, so I have 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to come on top of that one that we marked. Try to grab it here on the loop of the double crochet in the back. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to do 1 double crochet per stitch all the way to where we have the marker. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I finished also the row here. Now I've also marked on the same direction where we had marked this one. I've also put a marker on the same direction. That means you're supposed to have the 6 double crochets in this corner. And on the sides here, you're supposed to have exactly like we have here, 48 double crochets, starting from marker to marker, 48 double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do the 6 double crochets also on this one. Okay, so we have it marked, and now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, all in the same stitch of the marker, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to hook it on the 3 chain that we started with right up top in the corner. And that becomes your 6th one, exactly where we started off. Okay, so we're going to take it from there. Okay, everyone, so we reached the end. I took out my marker where I had it right on top. So you're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6th. So we're closing in with a slip stitch. I'm going to come on the next one and stretch a bit my thread and do a single in 1 chain. I will put my marker on that one right after. We're doing double crochet over double crochet. Make sure that you put your marker back on. That first one we did with the single and one chain, back to the same space. And make sure you count, make sure you do have your 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, not counting the marker one, okay? So we're going to do that one double crochet until the marker here, and then I'll meet you there. Okay, everyone, so we've reached where we have the marker. We're still going to do that one double crochet. I'm going to put my marker back on. Especially for people that are not used to with these type of patterns. For people that have more experience, a lot of you don't even need to put markers because you know what you're doing. So we've reached where we have the 6 double crochet. We're going to do an increase inside of this edge, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So where we have the 6 double crochets, now it becomes 12 double crochets. So 2 inside of the same stitch on this round corner, only on the 6 double crochets at this edge and at the other edge. Remembering what you do on one side, you must also do on the other side. So from where we have the marker, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I think I have too much here. Let me see what I did. Oh, I did 3 on the same space. Okay, so sometimes you have to recount to make sure that you have the right amount. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Going to do that one double crochet where the marker is. I'm going to transfer the marker up top on the same direction, and then 1 per stitch, so you don't get confused. And then getting to the other corner, you're going to do exactly the same thing. 12 double crochets, 2 per stitch on the 6 double crochets, and always transferring your marker up. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end after I finish my 12 double crochets on this corner. Okay, everyone, so I've taken my marker out from this one here because we're going to work on it. I finished doing my 12 double crochets. I'm going to hook with a slip stitch, and I'm coming into the next one. Now you can do it this way, or you can do your normal slip stitch and your 3 chain. This way, if you do it this way, it won't mark as much your pattern, okay? But you do have to remember to hook on the first one where we had it hooked, okay? Because we are moving one space over, you have to make sure that you do that 1 double crochet there. That's why you need to mark it. If you're doing just a slip stitch and then your 3 chain going up, then obviously you don't have to mark it. This is a way to secure that you're not going to miss that 1 double crochet. Again, we're going to do 1 per stitch, and only at the edges we're going to start the increases, okay? So I'll meet you at the other edge. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the corner again. I had my marker here. I took it out so I don't get it in the way. And then I'm putting my marker back on. we're going to hit the corner where we have the 2. So on the first double crochet, we're doing 1 double crochet. On the second, we're doing the increase 2 in the same stitch. We'll have 6 increases. On the next one, which is the first double crochet, 1 alone. On the second one, 2 together in the same stitch. So that's our second increase. Again, 1 alone on the first double crochet, and on the second, 2 together. This is the third increase. Again, 1 alone, 2 together in the same stitch. This is the fourth increase. 1 alone, 2 together in the same stitch. That's the fifth increase, and then of course this will be the last increase, which is the sixth. Okay, and of course we're going to move the marker and then mark it back on again on that double crochet that we did. We have to do exactly the same thing on the other corner, what we just did on this one. So I'll meet you at the end. Now, of course, we'll be doing 1 per stitch. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I took out my marker. I finished doing my last 2 together. I'm coming on the next stitch, doing 1 double crochet, obviously, and then the slip stitch on the next one. Okay, you have to remember to put your marker on the one behind because we keep forwarding one. Okay, so we won't have a mark on the pattern. So slip stitch, I'm coming into the next one and I'm going to stretch a bit, do a single and 1 chain, and continue on again until the edge corner, and then I'll meet you there. Okay? Okay, everyone, so I've taken on my marker. I've done my double crochet. I'm going to put it back on. And we are entering the corner. So on the first double crochet, we're doing 1 double crochet. On the next one, which is the first of the 2 of the group, 1 double crochet. So this time we're going to have 2 double crochets alone and the increase on the second one. Okay, so we have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 together. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. On the second double crochet from the 2 together. We're going to do the same thing on the other corner, the other edge. 1 and 1 alone. 1 per stitch on the second one, 2 in the same stitch. Okay, so continue, and then I'll meet you here at the edge. We'll be doing the same thing, always skipping 1 over, but we must do our double crochet because we're always forwarding. Like I said, if you don't want to do it this way, as you can see, you will have no mark, right? If you're used to doing the 3 chain, go ahead. Just make sure you put your marker on so you know that you're not touching the corner ones because it's the increases, okay? Okay, everyone, so I took out my marker. We've reached the end. I've done my 2 double crochets. So we have to do 1 double crochet, another double crochet, and close with slip stitch. So we know that we went over twice like we have here. 1, 2 double crochets alone, and then we started, in case you get yourself lost if you don't know where you're marking. So you know there's 2 double crochets alone right after that. And also the same thing on here. So I'm putting my marker on there. So we're going over to the next, stretch it a bit. Okay. And do your double crochets until the edge. And then I'll meet you at the edge. Okay. Okay, so I was saying 2, but it's not 2. See, that's how fast we can get confused. So I had to go here and count my edge. Marker to marker gives me 26 total, marker to marker. So I came here and counted marker 26 and marked it. So I was already off by 1. And that's one thing you can do, is count the one corner that you finished up, to make sure when you get to the end that you do have the same amount, okay? So we're going to continue on from here until the edge. Okay, everyone, so I've reached my edge, which I've done my double crochet and put my marker right away, so there is no mistake. Now we're going to have 3 double crochets alone. 1, 2, and 3. And the increase will be on the second double crochet from the group, the increase. So 2 together. Again, 1, next space. This is my second alone and my third alone. So 1 per stitch, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And on the second one, where we have the increase, we're going to do the increase. Will be the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. On the second one, 2 together, the increase. We're going to repeat the same way on both edges, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end, did my double crochet. You guys have to be careful on here because, you know, especially for the ones that are going over 1 stitch, right? So closing in. I do have my marker here. I didn't want to take it out not to lose myself again. So I'm just gonna come back with my marker right up. And we know that the marker is put also 1 double crochet right after the last group. So that's an indication there. Okay. So this time, this row, which is row 6, I have not been calling out the numbers. I'll try to mark it as I added it because I forgot to call it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into row 6. So row 1, we have the 6 double crochets. Row 2, that's where we did the 2 double crochets on the same stitch. We had 12. And then row 3, we have 2 together, 1 alone. Row 4, we have 2 together, 2 alone. And row 5, we have 2 together and 3 alone. That should help you out. Going into the next stitch, single, okay? And we're doing 1 single per stitch until the edge. On the edges, we're doing the increase, 2 singles in the same stitch where we have the increases, so not hard to figure out. So 1 single per stitch, getting to the second double crochet of the increase. We're doing 2 singles on the second double crochet, but I'll meet you there just to make sure, okay? Okay, everyone, so I did my single where I had my marker and marked it already. And I'm going to continue until my second double crochet from the increase. So here I am. We're going to do 2 in the same stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 singles alone, 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 together. We reached a 2 on the second double crochet from the increase. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 together. We'll do the same thing at the other edge. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I put my marker on the right place, and I've done 1, 2, 3 singles. Don't forget, we have this hidden one, the ones that are following my method. So we have to do a single here. That's where we scoot it over. And then the next one, we're doing a slip stitch, okay? I'm going to come back in the same one with a single, just to make sure we get that single here. Okay, now we're going to start to do loops. We're going to have a total of 12 loops before we, or actually when we hit, until we hit the marker. That's the side panels, okay? So we'll have 12 loops, but because we still have to come around to create the 12th one on here, so we'll have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 and come in my 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3, come in your 4th. So that's my second loop. I'm going to continue until I have 11 loops, because the 12th one we'll create it when we come around, okay? Okay, everyone, so I'm hitting the mark point, and so far I have 10 loops and doing my 11th now. So 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. That means the marker will be in here. Okay, for the people that did the 3 chain going up, then you should be back here and you should hit your 12 loops. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 1, 2, and coming on the 3rd one. Because our 12th loop here at the sides, we're only going to create it once we come around. We're going to have 12 loops here also, okay? So I have my first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip 1, 2 on my 3rd one. So we need to, here we skipped 3, went into the 4th, and on the edge we're skipping 2 going into the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The chain is the same amount. 1, 2. My 3rd one. So I'm going to do my 12. 1, 2, 3. Remembering that this is part of the 12 at the edge. Okay. Okay, everyone. So as I mentioned, we will do the 12 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's for the edge. We'll complete the 12 when we get around. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is the 12th. Okay. And we continue and do our 12 again. So 1, we start 1, 2, 3 into the 4th. Actually, I made a mistake here. 1, 2, and 3. No. Because we have the 12 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Good heavens, right? So we'll complete the one in when we get to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we have the 12. After we do the 12, we have to skip again 1, 2, 3 on the 4th and continue to do the 12. 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. Skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. So we have 2 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to put markers. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. This is the 3rd one. 1, 2, 3. I'll meet you at the edge. Okay, you guys. So we started skipping the 3 going into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now we start skipping only 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 into the 3rd. So here's my first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2 into the 3rd. Here's my second one. And we should have 12 at this edge also. Okay, once I completed my 12 at the edge, we started skipping only 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we have to do the last one from the 12, which is that skipping those 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did my 5 chain. 1, 2, 3. We end right on top of that single with a slip stitch. That's my 12 on this side. Okay, so we should have a total of 48 loops altogether. Now you can keep it this way. Do the walk into the center of your second chain here, or you can follow the way I'm doing. So I'm going to do 1, 2 chain, and I'm going to do the sideways double crochet. So I can start working from the center here. So I'm going to come in where I have that single and doing the sideways double crochet. We don't need these markers anymore, so you can take them out. We're pretty much done with it. And now we're just going to continue to do loops. So I'm going to come back in with a single and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming in the next loop with single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again. Okay, we're going to do these 5 chain loops all the way around, and then we're going to do these sideways double crochet when we get here to the last one, exactly how we just did here. So we can end up working on the center of the loop again. Okay, but I'll meet you here at the end. It's just 5 chain loops all the way around. Okay, everyone, so we've reached the end. I'm going to do my 2 chains and my sideways double crochet. So I'm on my second row of loops. We have 2 more rows. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. Single, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the next loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the next 2 rows, we're doing exactly the same thing. So when we come around to the end, we're going to do that sideways double crochet and do a single and create the 4th row of 5 chain loops. So we have 1, 2, and 3. We have 1 more row of 5 loops. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my 4th row of loops. Okay, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 row is the singles. 7, 8, 9, and on the 4th row of loops is row 10. So I'll meet you at the end of row 10. Okay, everyone, so I've reached my last loop, which I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to close it in with slip stitch because I did my 4 rows. Now we need to put the markers back on just to make sure we have the right stitch. Okay, now it will be easy to figure it out. So we have skipped only 2 down here and went into the 3rd. We know that this belongs into the corner, so I'm going to put it, so we have our first 1 2 3 skipped here. I'm going to put it here on this single, okay, which is the single right after we've closed in the slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to count my 12 loops and put a marker. Okay, so I've marked my 4 corners, which we had 12 loops on this edge, and it's not hard to figure out because we have 1 2 3, we went into the 4th. So I've put it in here, okay, not in that same direction because that belongs there. So right after, then you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I put it in my 12. So we know that this first one is from the edge. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. And you can see that we skipped the 3, went into the 4th. Right away, this belongs into the curve. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and this belongs to the 12. Okay, at the curve. And then this already becomes the first of the 12 of the edge. Okay, that's because the edges we're doing 4 singles in here, and at the curve we're doing 5 singles inside of the loops. That's why we had to put the markers back on to make sure that we are on the right track. Okay, so I think I put everything right through my thread here. Just move my thread. So I'm on here. I know that this is part of my corner. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and my 12. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do 5 singles because this is my curve. This is my last one of the corner. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Coming into the next one, just gonna move this marker out of here. So I'm coming into the next one. This is part of the edge, and I'm doing 4 singles only. Okay, all of the edge is 4 singles, and only at the corners are 5 singles. Okay, 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 and 4 until I get to here. Okay, so if you needed to put, we know this belongs to the corner, so I'm going to put this marker here. 1 2 3, and you count your 12 to do your 4 singles. Okay, so I've done my 12 loops with 4 singles, and I'm coming into the corner one, which is 5 singles. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I'm going to do that 12 times, and that's where I have my marker. Okay, and we're going to repeat the same thing on this side. So we're going to have 12 loops with 4 singles and the 12 loops here at the edge with 5 singles. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so this would be row 11. And we're going to, I finished doing my 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are still on this loop of 5, so I'm going to close it in with slip stitch. Okay, going into row 12. I'm coming in the next space. We're only going to be doing increases at the curves. I'm going to stretch it a bit and do a single and one chain. This is my first double crochet. I'm coming in the next one with double crochet, and the next one double crochet. And on this last one, I'm going to do, let me just see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 2 together on this last double crochet of the of the 5 singles. Okay, now from here on until the marker, it's exactly those 48 double crochets that we had from the beginning here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to count 48 double crochets. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 48 double crochets. That's right after my marker. We have the increase here at the last single of the 5 singles. And then these start with the 4 singles. So I have 48 double crochets. Now, here I'm going to do 9 double crochets alone. We're going to have 6 increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's 1 per stitch. On my 10th one, I'm doing 2 in the same stitch. That's my first increase. So I'm going to continue on again. 9 double crochets, 1 per stitch, because this is the curve, okay? And then do my increase on the 10th one, 2 in the same stitch. So I'm going to have 6 increases. I'll meet you at the other end of the marker. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 6th increase, going to do my 6th increase, and I've arrived on my last one, which is my 6th increase right on it, on my last one before the marker. And then I start with my 48 double crochets again, okay, until the next corner, and then do your increases again. 9 alone on the 10th one, add your 2 together. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. Now, counting from my 5th increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have 7. That's that single and that one chain we did, 8 and 9. Then we have the last increase there. So I'm just going to close it up on my last, on my first double crochet, I should say. Okay. Now this next row is very simple. We are going into the next one, as we've been doing, stretch it a bit, single and one chain. Where we have the second increase, that means the second double crochet on the same space, that's where we're going to do the increase on the edges, okay, or the round sides. So I'm on the second double crochet, that means I'm doing the increase, and then 1 per stitch as we've been doing. So that's all there is on this row. It's just double crochet over double crochet and doing the increase when we get to that first increase we did on the second double crochet, we'll put 2 together on the same stitch. Okay, so that's all there is, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much reached the end. Close with a slip stitch. I'm going to come on the same one, do a single and chain 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, we are going to repeat 4 rows of this. Now, Lucivaina, she had just done only up until here. And then if you want to create this size exactly like hers, then you would just jump to row 22, which is the green. We start with the leaves of the flower. Okay, so 5. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. We're creating those loops again. Now we got to make sure that we have even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th. And the same thing at the edges. We did enough increase as it is to continue on. If we need to make an adjustment, we will. We have to have even number loops. Okay. Okay, everyone, so up until now, I have 58 loops, jumping 3 space going into the 4th. I need an even number, so I have 58. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. I'm coming on that 4th, and I will have 1, 2, and it's on the 3rd one, so I'm okay. So it's just a little adjustment we had to, only 1 space will have skipped 1, 2 space and into the 3rd. That's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. And oops, no, I'm going to do the sideways exactly how we did here. 2 chain, the sideways double crochet, coming in that single and doing the sideways, coming back in again. So now I have my 60 loops, chains of 5. Single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 6 chain this time because I don't want my pattern to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to do 4 rows like this. I have 2 more, exactly how we did here with 6 chain, and then do the sideways double crochet to come in so we can start at the center. So I'll meet you after my 4th row on chains. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I'm going inside of the loop, and I'm going to do 5 singles per loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this whole row will be 5 singles on each loop all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I believe that I've reached row 19. Let me just confirm. Yes, row 19. So going into row 20. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in and do single and 2 chains. So that's my first double crochet. I'm coming back in again in the same stitch and repeating 2 together. So basically what we're doing here is the same thing as we did here on row 12. Okay, 2 together and 9 double crochets alone. Okay, so I started with double crochet in the same stitch, increase another double crochet, so 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Made a mistake here, added 2 together, not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. On my 10th one, I'm doing 2 together, and the next row will be exactly the same thing as this one. So you would do your 2 together on your 11th double crochet. That means you'd have 10 alone. Okay, so we're going to do this row and the next row, and I'll come back to you after the next row. So this one's 2 together on the same stitch, 9 double crochet alone. The next row, 2 together on the same stitch, 10 double crochet alone, 2 together on the 11th. I'll come back to you at the end of the next row. Okay, everyone, just wanted to confirm with you, this is row 20. So we just finished doing row 20, and we're going, I've closed in with slip stitch and coming back in the same stitch, doing my single 2 chain. Coming into the next one, it's where we have those 2 together on the second one. I'm going to do 2 in the same stitch, and then 1 per stitch. So you should have 10 double crochets alone, and go into your 11th double crochet and increase 2 together on the same stitch. So I've done my 10 double crochets alone, and on the second one from the 2 together, I'm going to add, which is number 11, 2 in the same stitch. So we're just going to repeat this all the way around. This row 21. Now row 22 is just single crochets, exactly how we have here. So we're going to do single crochets, 1 per stitch. Okay, that will be row 22. Once we finish doing the single crochets, we can cut our thread, and we're going to start to make the stems for the flowers. So I'm just going to come in with my green after that. Okay, so row 22 is the singles, and then row 23 we start the stems. I believe that's what it is. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 20, going into row 21. So I've closed in with slip stitch, coming back into the same one, single. So this whole row will be of singles, and then I'm cutting my thread and coming in with the green. So not hard at all. Singles, 1 per stitch all the way around until we come here and then cut the thread. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finish row 22, going into row 23. You can grab anywhere you want. I'm just going to start here at the edge, anywhere in the edge. So I'm going into the single. I'm going to do a single, another single, and another single. I'm going to skip 1 single and coming in to the next one. So I have 4 singles, but I skipped the space here. I'm going to do a 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm coming in my first, where I've closed the single with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain. We're creating the leaves for the flowers, and slip stitch on the first one, and 5 chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in the first one, and slip stitch again. So I have 2 chains of 5 on each side and 8 chain in the center. I'm going to skip a space and coming into the next one. Single, single, and single. So I have 3 singles now. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, come in my 4th. Single, single, and single again. I'm going to skip a space and single again. I'm going to repeat my leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming into the first one, closing in with single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain into the first one, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back into the first one, slip stitch, skip a space into the next one, and create 3 singles, 1 per space. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Skip 1, 2, 3 into my 4th. 1, 2, 3, 3 singles. Skip a space into the next one and create your leaves again. So we're always going to alternate leaves, chain 4, skip 3 space, going to the 4. Do your 3 singles, skip a space, do the next single, go up and do your 5 chain, 8 chain, and 5 chain. Close it into the first loop with slip stitch. Skip a space, 3 singles. Do 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th space. And now create your chains again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Into the first one, slip stitch. Okay, so we're going to alternate like that. If we need to alternate anything at the end, because we always have to have leaf, chain, leaf, chain. This is where the flowers will be built, okay? The leaves are in between the flowers. So if we have to do anything at the end so we can balance properly, then we will. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished with all the green. I'm going to come in with the purple, and I will be using, after this purple, I'll be using the yellow so it can match more or less the other two that I had created with yellow and orangey, and then this one has the yellow and the purple, so it will sort of like grab both colors. And why not, right? So you can make it different. So I'm going to come in anywhere where we have the 4 chain, and I'm going to do a single, and we'll be building 5 groups of 2 incomplete double crochet. So I'm doing 1 chain, 2 chain. So that's my first double crochet and my second, okay? 2 chain, coming back in, creating again another incomplete, 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, and again incomplete, and the second one, and close it together. So I have 3 groups. I need 5, so I'm doing again 1, 2, and close it. So I have 4, 2 chain space between them, 1, 2, and close it together. So I have my 5 incomplete double crochet closed all at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to jump from here to the next 4 chain. Now some of you, depending upon your tension, you have tighter or looser. I'm going to do mine with 7. I think I should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. If you need to do 8 or 9, go ahead. Okay, so again, we're going to build those 2 incomplete and then close it, and all the way around the same way, 2 chain space, and create again those 5 groups of incomplete and close. 1, 2, and then come in and do your groups. So I have 3, 1, 2, chain space, take out once, take out again, and then close. So I have 4, 2 chain, and again take out once, take out once, and then close all together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. Repeat everything again the same way all the way around, building those 5 groups of 2 incomplete double crochet and 2 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, everyone, so I finished the purple. I'm going to come in with my yellow. And what you want to do, I mean, you can start on any of these green. I'm going to come right in the center where I have those 8 chain, and I'm going to come right below and do a single, tucking in that purple string or chain that we did in the back. And I'm going to do, so I did a single, and I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come in that first space between the first and the second group. I'm trying to hide this little thread here, but if I can't hide it through here, I'll hide it. I'll hide it another way with the smaller hook. Okay, so I'm going to come in that first and second space, and I'm going to do 4 double crochets. I'm coming in all in the same space. I'm coming in doing a single. So I'm forming my first loop. In the next one, I'm doing single and 4 double crochets again. So it's always about doing these loops, this whole row, the paddles, I should say. 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets. So we have single and 4 double crochets. Coming back in and doing my single again into the next space, single and 4 double crochets again. This is how we're creating our paddles, and then single, all in the same stitch. Single and 4 double crochets only. Now we only do these 4 double crochets this way with 1 single only at the beginning of this flower and at the end, because we need to hook it on here. So as you recall, we went this way, we did 4 double crochets and single. We got to do the opposite side, single and 4 double crochets, 1 chain. I'm coming from behind into the center, that stitch where we did the leaves, and I'm going to tuck in the purple string in the back also with a single and 1 chain. And again, coming in that first and second group, 4 double crochets again and a single to start off, and at the end we do the contrary, a single and 4 double crochets. Okay, so we done the 4 double crochets and single into the next space, single, oops, and 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming back in, single into the next space, single and 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming back in, single, single, and 4 double crochets, the opposite of the beginning ones we did. Four double crochets. So we did 4 double crochets, single, directly into the next one, single, 4 double crochets, single, single, 4 double crochets, single, single, 4 double crochets, 1 chain, coming in through the back into the stitch where we did the leaf, bring that string, single, 1 chain, and again 4 double crochets and a single. So this is how we're going to do this row all the way around. And then you can cut your thread because we're going to come in with the white. Okay? I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished with my flowers. I'm going to come back in with the white. You can start anywhere. So in between the first and the second petal, right behind it, we have that single. I'm going to do a single. Try to hide this thread as I go. I'm going to do a 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Behind the second and the third petal, there's another single right between it. And do a single. So we're going to have 2 loops of 4 chain in between the second and the third petal. 2, 3, and 4. And I'm coming on this last one here between the third and the fourth petal with the single. So we have 2 loops. Now we're going to do either chain 7 or chain 8 or chain 9, depending upon your tension. Let me just check here for a second. So I did 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to do chain 9. You measure yours and you see if it's perfect enough. So it has to be stretched like this, not like that or pulled. Okay, just straight. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 chain again. In the back on the single with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain again. And on my last one here. Okay, so we have those 2 loops again. And then chain 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And repeat everything all the way around the same way with a single. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished this row. Closed in with the slip stitch on my first single. I'm going to come inside of this 4 chain space with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming into the next loop. We have 2 loops here, remember. I have to cut this because this is getting annoying. So we have those 2 loops of 4 chains. So I did a 4 chain and made 1 loop. We'll have 1 loop only. Here we're going to do 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do my 6th one, but I'm going to grab the 8 chain here on the green so it can stay standing. Okay, and then I'm going to do 5 more. So we'll have a total of 11 double crochets on this 9 chain, or how many amount of chain you've done. Everybody has different tension, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to come directly inside the next loop of the 4 chain and single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another single in the next loop. So we're always going to end up with 1 loop here only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming in and grab the loop of 8 chains and 5 more double crochets. 4 and 5. Okay, everyone, coming in with the last row. You can start anywhere on the 4 chain. Okay, so I'm going to do a single. We're going to build shells of 3 double crochet here. So single, 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, my second, and my third. 1, 2, 3. Coming in and doing slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming on the first one that we closed in, and slip stitch. 1, 2, 3 chain again, coming in the first one again, and slip stitch. So now we have 2 chains of 3 and 1 of 5. I'm going to come back in and finish my shell of 3 double crochet. It's going to be like this on all 4 chains that we had created. Okay, so where we have the 4 chains, then I'm coming in my first double crochet here on the back loops only. Okay, back loops only. I'm doing single, single. Okay, single all the way through, using the back loop only. You can grab both loops if you want, but it does look nicer using the back one only. It gives a different effect on the pattern. And I had created the round doilies this way, so because I'm creating this as sets, I'm doing the same thing as I did with the round doilies. Okay, then coming straight in again, that 4 chain, and create your shell of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in, closing with slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in, and again slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, and again all in that same one that we closed at the beginning, and then complete your shell of 3 crochets. Come directly on that first double crochet back loop, singles, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you, Lucivaina Art Crochet, for the inspiration. Her pattern is different only up until here, and then she starts with the flowers, and I decided to do the extension, and so it will match up my round doilies centerpiece, as you see here. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the measurements below. Thank you so much, everybody. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps the channel tremendously, and of course myself. And I will see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Take care of yourselves and each other, and always be kind to everyone. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.